ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्न सर्व प्रचोदयात् 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 ॐ ईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्न सर्व प्रचोदयात् ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय तन्न सर्व प्रचोदयात् ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि 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 तन्न सर्व प्रचोदयात् ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे तन्न सर्व प्रचोदयात् ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि 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 तन्न सर्व प्रचोदयात् ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेव तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि 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 तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि 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 तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि स्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे సత్యదేవ్. పూజా విధానంలో ఇప్పుడు ధూపము ఒక శాండిల్ స్టిక్ని వెలిగించుకోండి. ఓం వనస్పతి సముద్భూతో గంధాఢ్యో గంధవుత్తమః ఆగ్రేయం సర్వదేవానాం ధూపోయం ప్రతిగృహ్యతాం దశాంగం గుగ్గులం ధూపం సుగంధం చ సుమనోహరం కపిలాగృత సంయుక్తం ధూపోయం ప్రతిగృహ్యతాం. సర్వదేవతాతీత స్వరూప శ్రీ సత్యసాయి దేవతాభ్యో నమః. ధూపమాఘ్రాపయామి. ధూపానంతరం ఆచమనీయం సమర్పయామి. ఒక స్పూను నీళ్లు తట్టలో వదలండి, 1 స్పూన్ వాటర్. తర్వాత ఏకార్తి, ఒక వత్తిని మీ దగ్గర ఉన్నది వెలిగించండి. ఏకార్తి దీపారాధన. ఓం సాజ్యం త్రివర్తి సంయుక్తం వన్హినా జ్యోతితం మయా గృహాణ మంగళం దీపం భక్త్యా దీపం ప్రయచ్చామి. త్రైలోక్య తిమిరాపః సర్వదేవతాతీత స్వరూప శ్రీ సత్యసాయి దేవతాభ్యో నమః. ఏకార్తి దీపం దర్శయామి. దీపానంతరం ఆచమనీయం సమర్పయామి. ఒక స్పూను నీళ్లు వదలండి, వాటర్ వదలండి. ఆచమనీయాంతరం పరిమళ పత్ర పుష్పాణి సమర్పయామి. ఫ్లవర్స్ స్వామికి ఆఫర్ చేసి సమర్పించండి. మీకు స్వామి సత్య సాయి వ్రతానికి సంబంధించినటువంటి నైవేద్యానికి సమర్పించే ప్రసాదము ఇవ్వబడింది. ఆ ప్రసాదమును, ఆ పండ్లను, ఆ ఫ్రూట్సు ప్రసాదము అంతా కూడా స్వామి ముందర ఉంచండి. చేతికి పూలు తీసుకొని నీళ్లు వేసుకోండి. నైవేద్యం ఆ నీళ్లను ఆ పువ్వులతో ప్రోక్షణ చేసి నైవేద్యం చేయండి. ఓం భూర్భువస్సువః ఓం తత్సవితుర్వరేణ్యం భర్గో దేవస్య ధీమహి ధియో యో నః ప్రచోదయాత్. ఓం సత్యం చ వర్చేణ పరిషించ్యామి అమృతమస్తు అమృతోపస్తరణమసి స్వాహా. ఓం ప్రాణాయ స్వాహ ఓం అపానాయ స్వాహ ఓం వ్యానాయ స్వాహ ఓం ఉదానాయ స్వాహ ఓం సమానాయ స్వాహ ఓం బ్రహ్మణే స్వాహ. ఓం శ్రీ సత్యసాయి దేవతాభ్యో నమః. మహాప్రసాద నివేదనం సమర్పయామి. నానావిధ ఫలాని నివేదనం సమర్పయామి. ఒక 3 మార్లు నీళ్లు వదలండి ప్లేట్లో 3 టైమ్స్. ఓం ఆచమనం సమర్పయామి. పాదప్రక్షాళన సమర్పయామి. పునరాచమనం సమర్పయామి. తాంబూలార్థం పుష్పాణి సమర్పయామి. పూగీఫలసమాయుక్తం నాగవల్లీదళయుతం కర్పూరచూర్ణ సంయుక్తం తాంబూలం ప్రతిగృహ్యతాం. సువర్ణపుష్ప దక్షిణార్థం పుష్పాణి సమర్పయామి. అథ వ్రతకథా.
Om Shri Sai Ram. Chapter 1, Advent and Divine Childhood. Bhagawan Sri Sathya Sai Baba was born in a small village called Puttaparthi in the Andhra region of South India. His father's name was Sri Pedda Venkappa Raju and his divine mother's name was Ishwaramma. Mother Ishwaramma was a very pious lady, always performing one or the other penance to please the Lord. Lord Narayana, being very pleased with her true divine love, decided to be born once again and to enact once more his divine drama. He thereby chose dear Ishwaramma as his mother and Pedda Venkappa Raju as his father. It is believed, according to Mother Ishwaramma's own testimony, that when she was drawing water from the well, a sparkling blue light from the heavens descended down and entered her womb. She fainted and fell. Ishwaramba's mother-in-law had warned her earlier that if something should happen to her through the will of God, she should not be frightened. This secret was not revealed to anyone. Bhagawan's birth was not through conception but by advent. Bhagawan himself asked Mother Ishwaramba to share her experiences near the well a few days before her Mahasamadhi. As Ishwaramba was advancing in her pregnancy and as the 9th month drew closer, musical instruments in the house would play divine notes all by themselves. The drums would beat, the veena would twang, the cymbals would clang, and all the inmates of the house would be awakened by the divine melody and fragrance. At last, the 23rd of November, 1926 dawned. It was a Monday, the day of Lord Shiva. It was the year of bountiful and the month of lights. Ishwaramba's mother-in-law had just finished the Sathya Narayana Puja and offered the divine prasad to her daughter-in-law. Soon after Ishwaramba ate the prasad, Sai Narayana was born. The baby was extremely handsome. He was named Sathya Narayana. One day, while baby Sathya was sleeping in his cradle, the women nearby were surprised to see the clothes under the baby moving. When they lifted baby Sathya, they found the snake slithering away from the Lord, disappearing within a few yards. Well, the Lord Adishesha, having missed his Lord in Vaikunta, must have come down to give him company. Satyanarayana as a child would never touch non-vegetarian food, nor would he visit houses where it was prepared. There lived a Karnam Subbamma who was a very sattvic lady, and she was very fond of dear Satya. He would spend most of his time in her house. Even in this avatar, there had to be a Yashoda. Any beggar who came to Satya's parents' house would not be sent away empty-handed. Satya saw to it that the beggar would be fed sumptuously, and sometimes he would himself forego food, and his sister and mother would get irritated with his constant charity. Later, when they would call him for lunch, Satya would hold his tiny lotus palms under their noses and ask them to smell. They would discover the most delicious and mouth-watering smell from those divine red palms. When they questioned him as to where he had eaten, Satya's prompt reply was, "An old man fed me." Even as a child, Satya started revealing his true nature, love. He could never see his friends sad. He would often create fruits, candies, and pencils to make them happy. He would collect all the tiny tots and make a dollhouse, install small pictures of gods inside, and teach his friends bhajans. After completing his primary schooling, Satya was admitted in nearby Bukapattanam village for elementary studies. Even there, Satya became very popular amongst his schoolmates. One of his teachers, Mehboob Khan, was very fond of Satya. One day during class, another teacher found Satya not taking the notes he was dictating. The teacher's ego was hurt. He made Satya stand on the bench as punishment. The teacher's period was over. The bell rang. However, the teacher could not leave his chair. Satya was still standing on the bench when the next teacher, Mehboob Khan, entered the class. Khan went near his colleague, who was now thoroughly embarrassed, and requested him to vacate the chair. The poor teacher was almost in tears. He said, "Sahib, the chair has stuck to me." Khan looked around the class. As all the children had overheard the teacher's conversation, they were giggling. Khan saw to his utter dismay dear Satya standing on the bench and enjoying the whole drama. Khan was shocked and asked the teacher to bring Satya down, as then only would the chair leave him. The teacher, who was already humiliated and very ashamed, requested Satya to get down from the bench. As soon as he did so, the teacher's chair also released him. In this way, Satya began revealing himself. One day, a Tanga, horse carriage driver, lost his horse. He searched everywhere, but to no avail. Someone told him that there was a divine boy studying in the school nearby, and he would reveal to him the whereabouts of his horse. Just as in Shirdi Avatar, Satya beckoned to the man gently and told him that his horse was grazing outside the village in a mango grove. The driver found, to his great joy, his horse just as Satya had described. From then on, all the Atanga drivers would pray to Satya to sit in their tangas. so they too would be blessed and have more business. The first chapter of Sri Sathya Sai Sathya Narayana Katha ends with all auspiciousness. Bo to Sri Sai, peace to be all. Chapter 2. Sai Baba's mission begins. On the 8th of March 1940, Satya gave a piercing scream and fell down unconscious. He was holding his right toe tightly. Everyone at home thought that a scorpion had bitten him, but actually, Satya had left his physical form to save some devotees, which all the people around him did not know, as he had not done anything like that in the presence of others before. Everyone searched for the scorpion, but how could there be one when it was not the cause for Satya's state? After some time, Satya opened his eyes, but was as calm as before. The next day, once again Satya fell down unconscious. Later, when he opened his eyes, he told the people around him that the village goddess Mutyalama was angry, so one of them must go and break a coconut and light camphor before her. When the coconut was broken at the temple, Satya announced from home that it had broken in 3 pieces. It was true. Some people thought that Satya was possessed by spirits. They started treating him with all kinds of medicines and herbs. Others thought that Satya had gone mad and they sent for his parents. Satya's parents came and were shocked to see their loving son in such a state. Even they did not know what to do, so they took him to an exorcist. The exorcist had a very cruel way of driving away spirits. He cut loving Satya's tender scalp with a sharp knife, squeezing in lime juice and applying a very pungent powder, which bulged sweet Satya's face to abnormal proportions. His eyes swelled to an enormous size. Seeing his terrible condition, Satya's mother and sister were very sad, but helpless, as they had handed Satya over to the exorcist. Observing their plight, Satya beckoned to his sister and told her that nearby there grew an herb. He told her to make juice from that herb and apply it to his eyes. The mother and sister pleaded with the exorcist to leave Satya alone, saying they would bring him once again when he was fit. The exorcist left Satya with great reluctance. According to Satya's suggestion, they put a few drops of the herbal juice into his eyes, and before long, they were normal and sparkled with mischief. Days passed. With Satya expounding high Vedic philosophy to the villagers, he also began talking about a saint called Sai Baba. The father Peddavenkaparaju could stand this no longer. One day he approached Satya with a stick in his hands to beat the devil out of him. He asked Satya, "Who are you? Tell me the truth." Satya calmly replied, with love and authority, "I am Sai Baba. Keep your houses clean and your minds pure. I shall dwell in them forever." The stick in Peddavenkaparaju's hand fell down. He was dumbfounded. He said, "If you are really Sai Baba, show us proof." Satya took a handful of jasmine flowers in his hands and threw them on the ground. They fell, forming the letters Sai Baba in Telugu. From that day onwards, everyone in the village and nearby villages started calling Satya Sai Baba. They began worshipping him with great devotion and offered special pujas to him every Thursday. The second chapter of Sri Sathya Sai Sathya Narayana Katha ends with all auspiciousness. Bo to Sri Sai, peace to be all. Chapter 3. Bala Sai's Divine Leelas. As Satya grew older, the people of the village began to notice his hidden powers. They started reverentially calling him Swami. One day, Swami and his family members visited the Sri Virupaksha temple at Hampi. When they arrived at the temple, Swami did not accompany the others inside. Instead, he stood near the temple's gate. When the puja began in the sanatorium, everyone was surprised to see Swami standing in front of the lingam. They had just left him at the temple's entrance. How could he suddenly get inside the sanatorium? They rushed out and saw Swami standing as before, all alone and gazing at the sky with an innocent smile on his rosy lips. Everyone was awestruck and fell at Swami's feet. One day Swami returned home from school, threw away his school bag, announced loudly, "Maya, delusion has left me. I am no more yours. My devotees are waiting for me." Swami's sister-in-law, who was inside, rushed out but was almost blinded by a bright aura surrounding Swami's head. She closed her eyes as she was unable to withstand its brilliance. Mother Ishwarama lovingly requested him, "O son, if you must leave us and go to your devotees, please stay here in Puttaparthi and protect and bestow your grace upon all your children." Swami gracefully agreed to his mother's humble request. For a very long time, Swami stayed with Karnam Subbamma, whose house was large and could accommodate the increasing number of devotees who came to see him. Moreover, Subbamma herself was an ardent devotee and loved Swami with all her heart. The devotees soon began coming from all over. Sometimes the food would be insufficient to feed everyone present. At such times, Subbamma would ask Swami for help. Swami would go into the kitchen with 2 coconuts, strike them against each other, and sprinkle the coconut water over the food. Automatically, there would be enough to feed all the people present, and there would be some more left over. As the number of devotees increased, they offered to build a bhajan hall alongside Subbamma's house. Once, while Swami was staying at Subbamma's house, a priest named Lakshmaya arrived with his friend and his friend's wife, who was mentally ill. The priest made his friend and his wife wait on the banks of the river Chitravati. The priest arrived at Subbamma's house and came across Swami, not knowing who he was. The priest addressed him saying, "I believe there is a boy here who cures ailments. Could you please take me to him, as I have brought my friend and his mad wife?" Swami asked the priest to bring the couple to him. He told them to have a bath and sit with the other devotees. Swami then distributed prasad to everyone. He created the divine vibhuti and put some in the mad woman's mouth. Later, he cut some fruits which the couple had brought as offerings to him and gave them the same to eat. Within no time, as the people were watching, the mad lady became normal. Bowing with great reverence to Swami, she and her husband left happily. As the life of Karnam Subbamma was coming to an end, Swami made her perform lots of charity. One day when Swami left for Bangalore, Subbamma's health deteriorated, but her mind was constantly on her beloved Swami. Even her mouth, which uttered his holy name, stopped moving. Her breath stopped. She breathed her last, calling out Swami's name. At once, Swami approached from nowhere. He called her with his loving voice, "Subbamma, Subbamma, open your mouth." Subbamma, who was physically dead, opened her mouth, and her hands started fumbling and trembling to hold Swami's feet. Swami graciously took her hands into his and with his right hand poured the holy Ganges water into her parched soul through her mouth. Subbamma, the true devotee of Swami, left the mortal coil with her eyes fixed on Swami's divine lotus face and merged in him. According to the wish of the devotee, Swami reveals himself as the chosen God. To some, he shows himself as Lord Ganesha, to some as Lord Muruga, to some as Sri Rama or Sri Krishna, and yet to others as Christ, and he pleases all. Once a lawyer named Krishnamachari came to Puttaparthi from Penugonda with the sole intention of exposing Swami as a child. He was taken to Swami by his father. Swami took the lawyer into a room and asked him to keep his eyes closed. When they entered the room, Swami asked him to open his eyes. The lawyer was surprised to see the Samadhi of Shirdi Sai Baba with a garland draped over it and a priest standing nearby with puja items in his hands. Swami told the lawyer to look at the other side. There he saw the Hanuman temple, the neem tree, the Gurusthan, and other sites in the holy town of Shirdi. The lawyer was an ardent follower of Shirdi Sai Baba. When he received the darshan of Shirdi Baba's Samadhi, he fell at Swami's lotus feet and asked him for pardon. The Daya Murti, embodiment of compassion, Swami patted his back and immediately pardoned him. Swami is all-powerful. Whosoever calls him in any name with love, he responds and blesses them. The third chapter of Sri Sathya Sai, Sathya Narayana Katha ends with all auspiciousness. Bow to Sri Sai, peace to be all. Chapter 4, Refugee of the Devotees. Srimati Sakama owned a very large coffee plantation. She was also a very sattvic and divine lady, performing lots of charity, like feeding the poor, offering them clothes, and so on. Recognizing her worth, the Maharaja of Mysore had bestowed upon her the title Dharma Parayani. One morning around 9 o'clock, when she was performing her morning puja, Sakama's servant came and informed her that some people had come in a vehicle and wanted to see her immediately. Sakama came out and saw an old car on which a board was put up with the words, Kailas Committee. In front was a young boy of 16 with his hair all scattered. At the back, an old man was seated majestically on a deer skin, with a flowing beard and holy ashes smeared on his body and forehead. Sakama welcomed the old man and worshipped him religiously, washing his feet and offering flowers and fruits. The old man asked her to become a member of the Kailas committee by paying 1,000 rupees. She gladly paid, but the money and the receipt was returned to her. The old man told her that he would visit again. A few years passed, but there was no sign of the Kailas committee. One day, Sakama had to go to Bangalore. While visiting one of her friend's houses, to her utter surprise, she saw the same young boy with the scattered hair. As she looked at him, the boy transformed himself into the old man and back again into the young boy. Sakama was stunned. She went close to the boy and asked him, "Were you not the one who came to my place as the Kailas committee?" The boy replied, "Many years ago you had to pay 1,000 rupees, which you did not pay, so I had come to take it from you." Sakama's eyes welled up with tears. She prostrated before Swami and earned his grace. One afternoon, while talking to some of his devotees, Swami suddenly shouted, "Do not shoot, do not shoot." He fell down unconscious. After about an hour, Swami arose and told the devotees to send a telegram stating, "Your revolver is with me, do not worry." Someone told Swami the word revolver should not be used as it would raise objections from the postal authorities. Hence the word instrument was written and the telegram was sent. All were wondering and asked Swami about the sudden happening. Swami told them they would soon know. 4 days later, a letter arrived from Bhopal written by an army officer. Due to circumstances, the officer was upset and had decided to shoot himself. He fired one shot in the air to test his revolver. At that moment, from the other corner of India, Swami had shouted, "Do not shoot, do not shoot." At the same time, a knock occurred at the officer's door. The officer quickly hid his revolver and opened the door. An old classmate had come to visit with his wife and servant. The officer invited them inside. After a few minutes, they decided to visit the officer's neighbor, who was also their friend. Bolting the door after they left, the officer returned for his revolver, but he could not find it. Once again, he heard a knock at the door. He opened it, and the postman gave him a telegram which read, "Your instrument is with me, do not worry, sender Baba." Our Swami will not forsake nor let down whosoever worships him. One has just to call, and he will immediately run to their aid with his 4 arms of truth, right action, peace, and love. His Mahima is beyond words. In the above incident, the officer's wife was an ardent devotee of Swami. The 4th chapter of Sri Sathya Sai Satyanarayana Katha ends with all auspiciousness. Bow to Sri Sai, peace to be all. Chapter 5. The Ever Merciful Swami. One day Swami visited a home in Bangalore. Many people had assembled there to have his darshan. Some of them had brought flowers and fruits to offer to Swami. Others were talking of Swami's miracles and compassion. A poor cobbler overheard the talk. A beautiful thought suddenly came into his mind. He wished to have a glimpse of the avatar. He lovingly plucked a rose from the garden and squeezed his way through the crowd, slowly walking towards where Swami was seated. He peeped inside, and at the same time, Swami also peeped out. Their eyes met, and at that very instant, for the cobbler, an irresistible love overflowed through him from Swami. Lovingly, Swami called out to him to come closer. The cobbler went near and offered him the rose. Swami graciously accepted the rose from him and asked in Tamil, the cobbler's mother tongue, "My dear, what do you want?" The cobbler was not prepared for the question. He replied, "Swami, please visit my hut." Swami responded, "Definitely I will visit." Tears of joy overflowed from the cobbler's eyes. With reverence, he fell at the lotus feet of Swami. In his excitement, he had forgotten to ask when he would grace his hut. After Swami left the residence, all these questions came into the cobbler's mind. Days passed, but there was no sign of the Lord's visit to the cobbler's hut. One day, as the cobbler was stitching some torn and broken chappals, a car stopped at the roadside in front of him. Thinking it to be a police car, the cobbler hurriedly collected his things and prepared to run. He thought that the policeman had come to chase him away. Swami stepped out of the car and told the cobbler not to be afraid. Instead, he made him sit in the car. The cobbler was too stunned to speak. The car sped on with Swami and the cobbler inside. Swami guided his driver straight to the cobbler's hut. The cobbler got out of the car and went inside. He asked his wife to spread a mattress and rushed out to welcome Swami. Swami sat on the mattress. The cobbler realized that there was nothing in his house which he could offer to the Lord. He was in a great fix and began squeezing his hands in agony. Looking at his plight, Swami said not to worry. He told the cobbler that he had come to give and not to take away anything from him except love. With a wave of his hand, Swami created sweets and fruits and distributed them to all the people who were present. He then created the holy vibhuti and applied it to the cobbler's forehead. Before leaving, Swami said, "I shall take leave of you now. Do not worry. I am always with you." Before the cobbler could say anything, Swami got into the car and left. Swami transformed the hut of the simple cobbler into a temple. One day when Swami had gone to Tiruchinapalli, some people had begun spreading false allegations against him. That evening, when Swami was addressing the gathering, he called a beggar boy who was dumb and known to all. Swami asked the boy to come on stage and in front of the entire crowd asked him his name. The boy who was born dumb said loudly, "Venkata Narayana." The people who had spread false rumors about Swami bowed their heads in shame. Swami's mahimas are innumerable. Once in Tiruvannamalai, Swami created some medicine for Swami Amritananda and cured him of his chronic ailment. At another time, the son of Dr. Bhagawantam was operated upon by Swami himself. He created the instrument as well, which is still with Dr. Bhagavanta. Dr. Shankar is another ardent devotee of Swami. Many times Swami has entered Dr. Shankar's physical frame and performed very complicated operations successfully. Swami Karunyananda had an ashram in Andhra Pradesh. He had put up some photos of Swami in the ashram's hospital. Once a pregnant lady came to the ashram seeking help. The Swamiji put her up in the ashram's hospital. One night, leaving the pregnant lady alone, the midwives went out to watch a late night movie. The same night, the poor lady began experiencing severe labor pains. Seeing the suffering and helpless, Swami came down from the photo hung on the wall. He treated the lady and helped her deliver the baby safely. Mother Sai even cleaned the newborn baby and gently placed it beside its mother to feed it. When the midwives returned, they were surprised to see that someone else had done all their work. When they questioned the lady, she pointed at Swami's photo and told them that the Sadhu Mata had come and helped her. She did not know that the Sadhu Mata was Lord Narayana himself. Sri Sathya Narayana has taken birth once again and is protecting all of us. He will always protect whosoever trusts him. It is our very good fortune earned through many, many births that we are having the Lord's darshan, sparshan and sambhashan. Swami's very nature is love. He protects those who follow the path of bhakti and dharma. He is called by some as Ishvara, some as Mahavishnu, some as Father and some as Allah. Likewise, Bhagawan Sri Sathya Sai Baba takes on various forms of God, as all forms are His and all names are His. He bestows upon His devotees His grace and grants their wishes. He says that human values are our very life. Without Satya, Dharma, Shanti and Prema, education is empty. Without Satya, Dharma, Shanti and Prema, charity and donations have no value. Without Satya, Dharma, Shanti and Prema, sacred activities so-called are pointless. The eternal human values, Satya, Dharma, Shanti and Prema, are the four pillars of Sanatana Dharma. The Sanatana Bhagavan reminds us always to think of God and not to put it off. God's name alone can secure redemption. Whosoever performs this puja with true love and devotion, the Lord Sri Sathya Sai, Sathya Narayana will bestow upon them a happy and a peaceful life and will take away their worries and sorrows. Thus ends the Sri Sathya Sai, Sathya Narayana Katha with all auspiciousness. Bow to Sri Sai, peace to be all, Sai Ram.
వ్రతాంగంలో చివరి ఘట్టం. అందరూ కర్పూర హారతిని సమర్పించవచ్చు. కర్పూరాన్ని వెలిగించకండి. కర్పూరం కానీ వత్తి కానీ మంగళారతికి మీరు ఓం ఘృతావర్త్య సహస్రైశ్చ కర్పూరై సకలైస్తత నీరాజనం మయా దత్తం గృహాణ వరదో భవ हिरण्यपात्रं मदो पुण्यं दधाते मदव्योसानीते एकता ब्रह्मण उपहरते एकदेव यजमानः आयुस्तेजो दधाति। सर्वदेवतातीतस्वरूप श्री सत्यसाई देवताभ्यो नमः। कर्पूर मंगल नीराजनं समर्पयामि। నీరాజనానంతరం ఆచమనీయం సమర్పయామి. ఒక ఉద్ధరణితో నీళ్లు వల్లండి, స్పూన్ వాటరు ప్లేట్లో వల్లండి. పుష్పాలు స్వామికి సమర్పించుకోండి. నీరాజనానంతరం ఆచమనీయం సమర్పయామి. ఆచమనీయంతరం పరిమళ పత్ర పుష్పాన్ని సమర్పయామి. మనసా ధ్యాయామి. మనసారా స్వామిని ప్రార్థించుకోండి. ప్రత్యక్ష భగవానుణ్ణి మనం పూజించాం. పూజాంతే పునః పూజాంచ కరిష్యే. పునః పూజ. ఓం పూలు వేస్తురండి. ఆఫర్ ద ఫ్లవర్స్. ఓం ఛత్రం సమర్పయామి, చామరం సమర్పయామి, నృత్యం సమర్పయామి, గీతం సమర్పయామి, వాద్యం సమర్పయామి, ఆందోళికారోహణం సమర్పయామి, అశ్వారోహణం సమర్పయామి, రథారోహణం సమర్పయామి, గజారోహణం సమర్పయామి. సమస్త రాజోపచార, భక్త్యోపచార, శక్త్యోపచార, షోడశోపచార పూజాం సమర్పయామి. జెంట్స్ చేతిలో ఫ్లవర్స్ అండ్ అక్షతలు తీసుకోండి, కలర్ రైస్. ధర్మపత్నులు వారి చేతికి నీళ్లు వేయండి. 3 ఉద్ధరణలు. యశ స్మృత్యాచనామోక్త్య తపః పూజా క్రియాదిషు న్యూనం సంపూర్ణతాం యాతి సద్యో వందే తమచ్యుతం. మంత్రహీనం, క్రియాహీనం, భక్తిహీనం, శ్రద్ధాహీనం జనార్దన యత్పురుషం మయా దేవ పరిపూర్ణం తదస్తుతే. అనేన మయా కృతేన శ్రీ సత్యసాయి వ్రతంగత్వేన శ్రీ సత్యసాయి దేవతాభ్యో నమః. సుప్రీత సుప్రసన్న వరదా భవంతు.
ओम जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी सत्य साई हरे. भक्त जना संरक्षक, भक्त जना संरक्षक पति महेश्वरा. ओम जय जगदीश हरे. शशिवदना श्रीकरा सर्वा प्राणपते स्वामी सर्वा प्राणपते. आश्रित कल्पलतिका, आश्रित कल्पलतिका आपद बांधवा. ओम जय जगदीश हरे. मात पिता गुरुदैवमु मरियंतयु नीवे स्वामी मरियंतयु नीवे. नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथा, नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथा नागेन्द्राशयना. ओम जय जगदीश हरे. ओंकार रूप ओजस्वी वो साई महादेवा, सत्य साई महादेवा. मंगल आरती अंदुको, मंगल आरती अंदुको मंदर गिरिधारी. ओम जय जगदीश हरे. नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण नारायण ओम. नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम. ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा. नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण नारायण ओम. नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम. ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा. नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण नारायण ओम. नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम. जय सद्गुरुदेवा. ओम शांति शांति। समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु। समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु। समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु। शांति शांति शांति। जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय।